Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial for Super Ghouls and Ghosts, also known as Cho Makaimura. That's in Japan. As you can see, this is the Japanese version I'm playing right now, but the US version, there's basically no gameplay differences. The biggest difference is faster text as per usual in the Japanese version. I think it's something like 20 seconds shorter maybe, I want to say, but if you have the US version, it will still work. You can still get like a sub 40-minute time if you wanted to, so that will work. I guess we could say this is like an, I don't know, intermediate tutorial, sort of. It's going to assume you have played the game before, basically. I'm gonna try to keep the videos relatively short and to the point. See how we can, let's see if we can do that, but yeah, so let's just go to the beginning here. Power button pressed. So start up the console. You can just hold start to get past the Capcom logo and then press start a couple of times to get through the menus. So the first thing is actually already here. To skip this map screen, you can see me pressing B and Y. The button inputs. If you really wanted to save all the frames, you can press all the face buttons. All the 4 face buttons will move on from this map screen, so there's that. Okay, let's just pause here at the beginning here. See. I'm going to do this in slow-mo actually, because otherwise the game will move too fast for me to talk about things, even though I'm pausing. So, a good thing to mention, I guess, is the most popular timing method for this game is SDA timing, basically. What that means is it starts when you get control of your character till loss of control. So in our case, timing starts pretty much when Ready Go disappears on stage 1. That's when what speedrun.com uses, for example. And for like basic mechanics that might be good to know already, your first jump is faster than walking. I think it's something like 12% faster, but basically whenever it's safe to do so, we will do our primary jump to just move forward a bit faster. Then you can see these boxes here. Let me just get my epic tail straighter. That's not what I had expected. Okay, just resize this thing. Okay, there we go. So you can see this box over here. There, and you can see a bit of it over here. These are the chest reveal boxes. So even if I forgot to mention them, you can see them anyway on this screen. So it can be handy to know these. I'll probably go more in depth on the chests in a later video, some sort of mechanics video, I guess. Yeah, that's all we really need to know right now. So let's just try going through with the dagger. So first off, we want to walk roughly, align our right side to the coffin's edge here. Just double jump up the pillar, drop down on this chest reveal area, double jump up here, and get the chest. So let's see that. Forward, double jump up, fall into the reveal box, and we get our weapon. So now we just turn around the jump, we'll double jump, and you can see here I'm basically walking inside this guy, but his hitbox is really small, so the timing isn't very strict for that jump. So we can just keep moving. Here we just jump into this pillar. You can see the ground is already racing, so we just have to wait for just a little bit, and then we'll do our second jump here. Okay, and here, just jump and kill the wolf. 1, 2, 3. And then, let's see if we can pinpoint this position here. See this diagonal line here? We want to align our right side roughly to the edge of this diagonal line and do a single jump. We'll see what this will do right now. See, I walk up to the line, roughly, and jump. The timing isn't... I don't know how strict the timing is. It's not that strict, actually, as you will see in the... sooner or later, I mean. So what this allows us to do is... we will now jump over this gate. We don't go inside, and we don't land on this top thing. This is good because from here we can do another single jump. So 3 daggers. So you can see on the edge of the screen we managed to kill a wolf over there, which is good because this game lags a lot. So lag reduction is very good, and that's something the dagger is really good about. The dagger is basically the weapon that we want to get. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, but yeah, this is normal mode, dagger, speedrun, basically, yeah. So, and you can see our chest reel box up there. Just gonna go for that. Open the chest. We get our green armor. Now we get upgraded daggers, which are really good. Just jump over this dude. So this fire pillar can activate in a bit of different timings. You should be aware of this. Let's see here. I'll just find the clip. Go roughly here. You see, this is another variant of what's happening. So you can see the fire pillar is already active. I grab my armor. I jump on the pillar and try to jump over, but you can see he's already firing. Now I expected a different angle here in this video. But you need to jump really early if it does this. I didn't make this jump, but you can see it's really close, so just be aware that his timing for firing the bullet can be quite different. So let's go back to where we were. Somewhere here. Okay, so just jump over this guy, if it activates late anyway. And here we want to do a double jump and fire a dagger quickly. And you will see what this will do. Jump, double jump and fire. So not only will it kill the wolf over here, let's see if we can get this thing. We kill the wolf, but also very nice bonus here is that this guy is now firing at a 45-degree angle here, which will make the fireball disappear really fast. Which is good, because otherwise this next section will lag a ton. If you don't do the double jump, or if his timing is a bit different, he can fire in a... Where's the cursor? Here. Kind of this angle, and it will stay for a long time. Or even worst case, he'll just fire straight and the bullet will just follow you for a really long time and lag the game. But we don't want that. So, if we kill the wolf, we get the fireball to go up. Then we'll do another double jump here, and fire, and a power dagger. I forgot to mention this too. So, when you do a double jump, your weapon will gain additional damage. And this is what allows us to kill the wolves, because they have, I think the wolves have 10 HP. The dagger does, upgraded dagger does something like 7, I think. And the double jump dagger, I'm just gonna call them empowered. Empowered dagger does 10, so we can kill them in one dagger. Very good. So, here I take a bit of a risk actually. You should probably not be doing this. You see this little recess here. I'm basically walking down this and jumping from the recess, but you don't want to do that, because you can see it's quite close to hitting the wolf. So you generally want to stand a bit more to the left, over here somewhere, at the start of the recess before you do your double jump. You don't hit the wolf. Land in front of the coffin and double jump over him. This can also vary the timing for him opening the coffin. Sometimes he's just already walking by now, so you have to just kill him immediately. But this time I can just jump over him. So we do one jump, and here we start using the powers of crouching, the influence of crouching over jumping. So you can see my inputs here down in the bottom right, that I'm holding down and right now. So I land and I crouch, and I jump from this position. So I'm standing neutral and jumping, and firing. So you can see the good thing about this, or one of the good things anyway, is my dagger is basically firing from my belt right now. So when you do a crouch jump, For a lot of purposes, your hitbox is smaller. Not for every purpose, I think, but so, and with this crouch jump firing, I can land these daggers on the wolf ahead and still move forward while firing, so that's very good. Then we'll do the same again. Crouch, jump, fire and fire, and we'll kill the next wolf. Wait for some skulls, jump and double fire, do times to kill the wolves. Now I think, when I'm looking at this footage of me playing, I'm getting a feeling that I'm just YOLOing this next part. So how this works, these skull towers, so there's 3 skulls falling. Let's actually get all the skulls on in action. So you can see there's 3 skulls here. The pillars will fire 3 skulls on left, middle and right side, but the order is always random. So basically what you want to do is walk up here, do a neutral jump. This is what I do anyway. You can probably do a forward jump here if you're really going for the world record or something, but for us mortals, just a single jump here and looking for the first skull. If you do this jump and when you see this skull, this is in slow-mo, so I haven't even reacted yet probably, but when you see the leftmost skull appear, then you know it's safe to jump. So you can see if the leftmost skull had been the last one to fall, it would have been like right here, and it would have been like dangerously close. So if you're gonna do this jump, you can probably just do a neutral jump here and wait a little bit longer than I do. Or if you see the first skull falling, the leftmost skull falling first, you're safe to jump pretty much whenever. So get over those skulls. Just kill the wolf. And we're on to the crashing wave section. So in order to save some frames, I think the wave trigger is somewhere around here. The point is, it's not up here basically, so we really want to reach the end of this pillar as fast as we can to just trigger the wave. We just jump into the pillar with our fast jump and do the second jump. That's something I also forgot to explain. Your second jump is as fast as walking, so if you do a double jump, depending I guess on how long your first jump was, it basically neutralizes the speed up, I think. Because between your 2 jumps, you stand in the air for like a frame or something, I don't know. Yeah, basically only your first jump is faster, and the second jump is walk speed, so could be good to know. So here, I like to stand on the middle of the pillar just to give me some more time. Wait until roughly the wave hits the bottom, or either you can look for the wave looking at the bottom, or the top of the wave, oops. The top of the wave passing the status bar up there. You're gonna get a feeling for this after a while, so... And then just hold down and right and jump, which is... So you don't walk off the pillar, just hold down and right. Very good tip. And here, just jump into the clam and fire a lot of daggers. You'll die. Here, you can see me doing a really deep jump here. You don't have to do it this deep. All you have to do basically is reach to the other side here. I think the trigger is somewhere in the middle here. Oops, like that. So as long as you land on the platform before the trigger, you're good to go. From here, we want to do a quick double jump up on the pillar, and then a long double jump over to the next one. So double jump up. Remember that our first jump has more speed, so we want to use that as long as possible. Then we do the double jump, and we land on the other side. Just kill the clam. And then once again, the wave passes the weapon status bar, and we'll do our down right jump. Single jump is enough. Walk to the other side of the platform and jump. Then we have to do the double jumps, and we're on to the rosebud section, which is, well, can be a bit annoying sometimes. So what I like to do here, I usually fire a dagger on my way up, and then a dagger on my way down. This is just because when the rosebuds expand, you can shoot them while they expand, but they will have a ton of iframes right now if you hit them. So I'm pretty sure that's why I do this. I just fire a dagger and just fire another one later. And here's another cool use of crouch jumps. You see I'm crouching here, and if you look at the inputs now, for example, you can see I'm firing, and then I fire another dagger, and then immediately jump. You can see I'm firing 2 daggers, and his animation isn't even done, and I'm already jumping, so you can get 2 really low daggers and then just be on your way. Just jump up here and kill some rosebuds. Here, do it again. I failed the first one. I didn't sit first, but it doesn't matter. So just fire 2 daggers while crouching and jumping. It's more obvious again. Crouch, fire, fire, and immediately jump. Here we go. Again. And especially for this rosebud. So even when they're fully expanded, if you fire your daggers too tight, the second dagger might just pass through the rosebud. So you can see me here spacing out my daggers a little bit to avoid that. Fire, fire. So, and here I do a forward jump, double jump, and fire. This is pretty tight actually. I usually don't go for that in the second loop because, I don't know, I have some mental block against this specific rosebud. So what I do instead here, instead of jumping forward, I just jump straight up. Up, double jump, and fire, and you'll get over the wagon. Here you want to walk a little bit, do a double jump. We walk a bit closer, so the rosebud activates, so our empowered dagger will kill the rosebud. Just double jump over the wagon, crouch, fire, and jump. Then we're on to the boss, pretty much. So for this boss, you can actually damage this boss before it gets iframes. So you can see here, I can't get this very consistent, so I'm just gonna explain what I'm doing here. So you want to stand somewhere along this hill, this small hill. Do a double jump, and fire your daggers. And you can see here that my first dagger hits the boss actually, so we've already damaged the boss a little, which is good. We can watch this fight in full speed actually, and you can see what happens. That's all for the first boss really, so let's go back and see what happened there. The media player is cooperating, there we go. So, as you can see, this guy's hitbox does not match up very well to what it looks like. I think his hitbox is somewhere like his eyebrow, or I guess like a box up here or something. So it's safe to stand under him, but don't jump right now. So what we want to do is, when he starts flying, we start mashing our fire buttons. We have 2 fire buttons in this game. I'm using the default bindings, that is B for jump and Y and A for fire. A lot of people like to switch these around, just find something you're comfortable with. So I start pressing my fire buttons a lot. And here I can't reach him anymore. So I jump and fire. Before you land, you do a double jump to the left. Turn right and start firing again. And then another jump and he's dead. So let's just see that in slow-mo once. So start mashing. Jump. Double jump. And a jump to finish it off. And you can see here, if you're good at mashing, which I am not, on this last jump, I missed my first dagger, my second dagger hits, and then he dies. So if you're good at mashing, you don't even need the last jump to kill the boss, but yeah. He goes down pretty quickly with the dagger. So even though I said that this speedrun tutorial would be for the dagger, basically you can get 3 weapons in the first stage, and we don't want to be resetting all the time, so we're gonna just roll with the weapon we get, or I do anyway. And I'm gonna show what we can do with the weapons. So here's the torch, which is probably the second best weapon we can get here. See? You can just roll this at full speed for a while. Just keep on going. Torch. So once again, walk under this. We just want to line up our right side with the end of this diagonal line here. See how well I do. Walk up to it and jump and get over. And here we want to do instead, we're going to throw 2 torches here, or I do anyway. I'm not a torch pro, but what's going to happen is here, either they'll hit, both torches will hit the chest and open it, or as you can see here, one of them starts burning and instantly incinerate the chest. What also can happen is there can be a zombie spawn right ahead of me right now, like somewhere here. So one of our torches will kill the zombie, and the other one will hit the chest, and then you just have to crack open the chest once more. Then we'll be on our way. So there's something interesting here we can see about the wolves and also the torch. So the wolf jumped past me, so I fire him a parting gift here, and he'll die from it. Because the torch does 10 damage, a whopping 10 damage, and the wolves have 10 HP, so he's gonna die in one hit. But then you can see, I jump here again and fire a torch. The wolf doesn't die, so why is that, you wonder? Well, when the wolf is airborne, he will survive with 0 HP. That's just how the game works, so be wary of that. We can just send him another parting gift if we want to, then we'll move on. Just wait for all the wolves to move out of the way. See what I do here now. So we can already see that the first skull is falling. So we can just immediately just jump and double jump. We'll be on our way. So, and here's a quirk of the torch, which is kind of weird. So the torch does a massive 10 damage, and then you're wondering, wow, but what does a double jump damage do then? Well, it does less than 10 damage actually. It's so powerful that when you empower the torch, it does less damage. So I like to walk up a little bit on this hill, just to make sure that I kill the wolf with one torch, otherwise it'll hit the statue he's standing on. So then we'll just move on. This is what I usually do with the torch. I stand on the edge instead, wait a little bit longer than usual. Almost the entire wave has passed, and then I jump and fire my torches, land on this platform immediately. You can see here, I can slow this down maybe, there we go. My jump this time, well, it's kind of deep too, I guess, but I land a lot like more into the platform, but even this is no problem. I can just double jump up and jump over. Then do the standard jumps over to the rosebud field. So I will just say right now that I'm not a pro with the torch. I can get through this section decently, good enough, you know, but if you really want to know what the torch is capable of, I highly recommend PJ's speedrun tutorial of this game, which is a lot more in-depth, and both for the dagger and the torch, and PJ is just a cool guy, so you should watch it anyway if you have any interest in Super Ghouls. So, but let's go here, just take it slow mode again. So we fire some torches here. Here you can see I'm doing a mistake here actually. So I thought my torch would hit the rosebud above me. So I fired 2 torches, but one of them missed the rosebud I intended to hit, so I have to wait for this one to burn down the rosebud ahead of me. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. You can probably either just ignore the top rosebud here, or fire a bit later, or just make sure you're like right beneath it when you fire, basically. And then just kill these 2 rosebuds with torches, the direct hits. We just jump over that wagon, and the torch conveniently travels slightly faster than us, so it'll hit the rosebud just fine. And so again, the empowered torch does less damage, and I think the rosebuds have 10 HP, so we have to jump, fire the torch, and then do our double jump. Of course, you can just do the same as with the dagger. The easier strat is to just do a neutral jump here, as long as you fire your torch before your double jump, because otherwise it won't kill the rosebud. So here we can just jump over, throw 2 torches, do a double jump, And from here we can just go full speed again, actually. So the boss fight with the torch is pretty much the same, actually, as with the dagger. We can't do any pre-hits here, but mashing, jump, double jump, jump again, and he's dead. So that's it for that fight. So then we move on to the least favored weapon, I suppose, at least for me, the crossbow, which it's okay for the first level. So I'll usually just roll with any weapon I get. There's a lot of chances to get new weapons in stage 2, which you will see in the next video. So we'll just do our thing. Open the chest and get the green armor. And so with the green armor, it's a danger to fire our bolts, basically, because there's 3 projectiles and they're homing, so they just slow the game down and never hit whatever you want to. So I'm pretty lucky here. You can see the wolf already is jumping out of my way. If you're unlucky, he will still be sitting there. I think the best thing is just to wait for him to jump over you, since there's a ladder in the way. You can't like crouch in front of him and just kill him, since you'll just climb down the ladder. So yeah, this is the pacifist weapon, basically. So we'll just move on to the bell towers. Do the same trick there. Just we'll see the leftmost skull. Just jump. Now this is a bit tricky, actually. See if we can go to slow-mo here again. We land on this. I usually wait a bit longer here. I could probably have waited a bit more than what I did here, like basically the wave almost disappearing. And then jump again, and you can see... So the drawback here is, with the dagger we can just jump into this clam and start firing away because we have basically infinite daggers, but this one we only get 1 shot. So you can see pretty early here, but I managed to get it anyway. So what I like to do, basically, as I said, wait for the entire wave to disappear basically before jumping, but I don't know how big this window is, because if you're too late, he'll fire his eye at you and you'll just take a hit. You can always wait on this platform and fire some crossbow bolts on him and then jump over. You can do that. There's not that big of a time loss anyway, so gets the run going. Let's speed it up again. Crouch jump over. So here's another classic bow thing that can happen. So you can see here, my 3rd bolt here just circles around the top rosebud and hits the bottom one, which makes one of my extra bolts survive and just circle around the other rosebud. So it's gonna happen. So we can see another property of the rosebuds here. If there's more than... There can only be 3 rosebuds active at a time. So you can see this small one here stays inactive because this one became active instead. So we can just walk through the small one and then do like a crouch fire jump, I suppose. Yeah, like that. And this is probably the easiest weapon for this part. Just jump, double jump and fire or something. The projectiles go upward, so it's really easy to hit. But you can, as per usual, you can just do the backup of just doing a neutral jump here first, or doing the double jumps and fires. So here we can just walk up to the wagon and fire, and the bottom bolts will get the rosebud. Then we'll be on our way. So the way I do this fight, anyway, it's really similar to the dagger and the torch. You can pre-fire here, above the hill, and hope that they hit. Except I stand in front of the beak, so you can just see this in slow-mo. You can see the similarity to the other 2 fights. Here I miss a bolt. You should fire a bit later. When you see him start lifting, that's when you should start firing, basically. So you start fire away a couple of bolts, jump, double jump, and jump again, and then you have to improvise a bit because I missed my first bolts, but I'm pretty sure I would have killed him if I had landed the first bolts here. Like, these. If I had landed these, I would have killed him here. But I had to do one more jump, which isn't too bad, so that gets us through stage 1 with all the 3 weapons. And in stage 2 you will see that with basically no time loss we can farm for the dagger, get a lot of drops. I think it's something like, I don't know, 4 or 5 drops maybe. So we're gonna go through that next time. So if you think there's something I missed, or if there's something you want to know, you can just ask away in the comments, I guess. Yeah, that's it for stage 1. And next video will be stage 2, the raft ride.